Since colonial times, Henniker, just like all New England towns, has had a complicated relationship with people in need. For many years, those people were turned away by a committee of townspeople, given a small amount of money to leave town. By the time we became a country, we borrowed the idea of a poor farm from the British and put people who couldn't feed themselves on the poor farm where they were expected to raise their own food. Henniker's poor farm for almost 90 years was the ghostly house of one of ocean-born Mary's sons, William Wallace. It burned down in the 1920s. By the 1980s, a law was passed that established the volunteer food pantry idea, and Henniker was one of the first New Hampshire towns to start and successfully run one.
The Henniker Food Pantry is run by volunteers from Henniker and supported by the good people of Henniker by their donations of food and money. We care about the dignity of the people coming who are struggling to feed their families. The first time you wait in line at a food pantry, you tell yourself that you don't belong there and it won't be forever because you're not like those people. When we accuse people of being too lazy to take care of themselves and cook a proper meal, we assume they all have pots, pans, knives, and sinks. When people donate food, they are usually guilty of the pantry clean-out method. Pretend it's your child or elderly mother that is going to eat what you give. If you have a garden or fruit trees and are so inclined, pick a case and donate it. The food does not have to be all non-perishable or canned. We have one woman who donates 12 dozen eggs every few weeks to the pantry. We deliver 20 bags a week to shut-ins, people unable to manage the stairs and unable to drive. We have 35 volunteers who donate their time to distributing food.
So Mike, I guess you know where these things are supposed to go?
Yeah, we'll just put it here for now, and then when I get the other stuff, we'll take care of it together. All in one thing.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Yes, may I help you?
Or are you here to help us?
That'd be nice.
Maybe we shouldn't in here. Let's go.
Guys, you're scaring them. Hi, maybe you are here to help. I'm Mrs. Getz, and I run this place.
What is this place?
This is the Henniker Food Pantry.
What's a food pantry?
I'm glad you asked. It's a place that we give out food to those people here in Henniker in need. They might not have any money, they might not have a job, and they come here for help, and that's what we do. We help them out.
Do you get paid?
Do we get paid? No, we're volunteers.
What's a volunteer?
A volunteer, that's a person who gives up their time for free. Does that sound interesting?
Yeah, kind of like at the animal shelter, you can volunteer there.
Right. We have about 35 people who help here at the Henniker Food Pantry. And we all just give our time free to help these people that need food here in our town.
How do 35 people fit in here?
We don't have 35 people at one time. We do have about 5 to 6 people that help give out the food at different times, or help stock the shelves, or help buy the food, or help give it out.
It sounds fun.
It does, doesn't it? You want to help out?
Sure.
Great.
Yeah.
My name is Mary Ellen. I've been coming for a while, a year or more. I work full-time at the pharmacy at the Fort Eddy Plaza, but I make minimum wage, and it always leaves me without enough money to cover all of my bills, so the food pantry keeps me able to pay other bills to stay afloat.
My dad waits until dark before he brings in the grocery bags from the pantry.
I got laid off of work, and my wife has asthma so bad she can't work. Without the food pantry, I don't know how we'd feed the baby.
I had more food for the kids and me when I wasn't working. Now I'm not eligible for a lot of programs, but the kids are growing and I have less money left over to pay for food than I ever have.
Once upon a time, they said every man, woman, and child in America had the right to eat. People at the food pantry still believe that.
My husband thought he'd work until he dropped. He got Alzheimer's, and now there's no money coming in, but we've still got to eat. The nice folks at the food pantry make that happen.
Pretty neat, huh, girls?
Yeah. Who do you help?
We help anyone who needs assistance, and sooner or later, somebody always needs assistance.
That's really nice.
It is. I'm glad you like it. great day, huh, Bob?
It is. It's a wonderful day out today, just like spring finally. Looks like you have some new help here at the pantry.
I do have some great new help here. There you are, Bob. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This is really cool. Much cooler than hiding the seat. Let's go tell everyone about the Henniker food pantry. Yeah!
Bye, ladies.
Bye! Let's go, Talia.
I've been divorced for 2 years and I'm supposed to get child support to feed 3 kids, but no one's heard from my ex in 6 months, and meantime we've got to eat. The food pantry makes that possible.
I don't know how my wife did it, but there was always food on the table. When she died, we lost her social payments, and my son, who was disabled, not able to hold a job, and I were starving. We wouldn't be alive if it weren't for the food pantry.
I've never come here before. I don't have any food left in the house, and the pantry is literally a lifesaver for me and my kids. My food stamps have not come through, and I have no money left after paying rent and gas for the car. The food you're providing is going to keep us going.
At first, my mom didn't want to tell me where she was going. She'd say she went to the grocery store. Now she brings me with her. I love the food pantry.
I used to go out and party every night. I'd go over to Hillsborough to my favorite bar, then stop at Cumberland to stock up and go over to Ware for my favorite place to party down by the river, with 3 kids by 3 different guys. My favorite place to go now is the Henniker food pantry.
My wife and I both work, but she got sick last year and we're still paying off her bills. If we didn't have the food pantry, none of us, me, her kids, would have enough to eat.
Think we'll ever see him again?
I doubt it.
Well, I hope they come back. We're expecting a crowd today. Listen, I can already hear them lining up.
Thank you.
Thank you, people of Henniker.
Come on down and lend a hand.
Get involved!
Henniker, they help one another.
Thank you, Sodexo.
Thank you, Youth Service America.
Thank you.